What is good, my people, my peeps? Grand rising. Good morning to one and all. Um, I'm off cam because I'm actually driving into work and trying to still get ready. As I, just just bear with this. I wanted to do a quick update to the Lewis twins. Now, I did a quick short because I wanted to help get the message out there regarding these two twin brothers um, and their demise, their murder. I'm not even going to say alleged. Nope, not here. I'm not going to be the one. Hey, it is what it is. I'm murder, they wrote. Okay? These two brothers murdered. They want to say it was a suicide, murder suicide, as if they off one another. I'm just bringing awareness to this. This has been all over TikTok. Okay, you hadn't heard, this has been all over TikTok, and it's making some news. But you know how it goes down when it comes to melanated men and women when they meet their demise and by other people's hands. It doesn't make national news as fast as if it was a European American, right? Anyway, these two brothers, just to give you a quick recap, they already had a trip planned, okay? They had a trip planned to where they were going to be taking a flight. And they wound up so many miles away from their flight, because matter of fact, they missed their flight and they wound up in the mountains of Georgia. Okay, I mean, if you see the area where these bodies were found, um, and second of all, in a sundown town, y'all. If you're from the South, okay, if you're from the South, you know about the sundown towns. Um, and y'all, excuse my voice a little bit because I'm kind of congested as well. But if you're from the South, you know about the sundown towns, okay? Um, so these brothers wound up missing their flights. They were found so many miles away in a sundown town in Georgia in the mountains there. But there's an update to this story, okay? Uh, and it's so odd. People, if you're not from the South, you really don't know about sundown towns and that they still do exist. Holler back if you hear me. So the sundown towns do exist and they don't play no games. Now, I have told you guys before regarding how European Americans back during slavery and after slavery, how they would hang a slave and they would have picnics. That's where the name picnic come from. Pick a nigga, okay, a ninja, and they would actually barbecue them. They would cut them up and they would keep certain body parts. Okay, yes. Hold on for 1 minute, y'all. Okay, so yes, they would back during slavery, they would chop up certain body parts and they would use them as trophies. They would put the male slave member, you know what I'm talking about, their lower region, their third leg. They would put it on mantles and they would keep them as trophies. Okay, I need you to understand this concept because it's still in the minds of some people, European Americans that do atrocious things like that. They might not chop up body parts. Well, some of them if they don't get caught. But and keep them in their homes and things of that nature. But they will try to have some kind of trophy. Now, the update to this, and I know you're wondering, why are you telling us about what went down during slavery? I need you to understand the mindset of certain entities that are walking on this earth, okay? Certain mindsets of European Americans. Oh, what's up, Forever Studios? Thank you for your contribution. I appreciate that. Do I not have the? Hold on, let me see. I wanted to make sure. Okay. Um, some of them don't understand, right? That this mindset comes from somewhere, and it comes down through the generations because it's ingrained. Okay, it even speaks of that in the Bible, and it's taught. Okay, so these brothers, their bodies were found in the mountains of a sundown town in Georgia, and the at first, okay, the police were trying to convince the parents that these melanated brothers, graduates, just missed their flight and happened to just go and want to just off themselves and climb the steep mountain somewhere in Forever Everland in Georgia and off themselves. Okay, the police wanted to try to convince the parents, but these parents ain't playing no game. Okay, the parents are like, no, there needs to be an investigation. Well, there's an update. The update is they have arrested a volunteer firefighter who was on the scene, one of the first to be on the scene of this incident, this case, this murder, not suicide, not murder-suicide, but this murder, was one of the first to be on the case, okay, on the scene, and he took pictures, y'all, okay? Sick. Now you see where I'm going when I say it's ingrained in some European Americans. Do you see where I'm going with this? Where I say in slavery they had to have some kind of trophy, you know, to show. I mean, they even had calling cards of hangings, my people, my peeps. So this person, he must be an offspring of his forefathers for sure, okay? Because this volunteer firefighter went on the scene of a horrendous murder. Somebody's children shot dead in the mountains of Georgia in a sundown town. And we can only imagine the color of this firefighter. Okay? Took pictures and shared them on the internet to the rest of his buddies. Now, do you think he's sharing it just to the nation? Or do you think he's sharing to the buddies and the people that may have took place or participated in the murder of these young boys? What possessed him? And I already told you what possessed him. It's in the blood. It's in the blood. Okay? To take pictures of these two boys at the most vulnerable they could ever be, right? What's up, young Brizza? What's up? Hope everything's well. The most vulnerable that they could ever be, and share them across the internet for all to see around his neighborhood, a sundown town indeed. Now, if you don't know what a sundown town is, let a sister from the South let me explain. They got towns still called Killeen, kill each and every nigga. They ain't never changed the name of that town. They got the sundown towns, baby. They got sundown towns around where you better not be in that town after dark, melanated. Okay? Y'all remember Mississippi burning? People had to be out of certain towns if after dark. Better not be caught after dark in these towns, and you a brother or sister. And not only you better not be out of these towns, okay, after dark. Sometimes they murdered people when they wanted to take out a melanated brother or sister. Yes, honey. You better recognize and learn the history of the South. Don't speak on the South if you don't know the South, okay? I'm trying to tell you. The sundown towns still exist, baby. They ain't went nowhere because they ain't been forced to go nowhere, okay? They ain't been forced to go nowhere. So, in my opinion, and I'm going to stay on top of it, I'm going to stay on top of this case. You can't have no doggone volunteer firefighter go into a crime scene. Okay, hold on, y'all. Okay, I'm back. You can't have no volunteer firefighter go into a crime scene and with supposed to have morals, integrity, and just plain human decency, go into a crime scene, taking pictures and sharing them. Who the hell he sharing it to? The people in that small ass town he knows. And then those people, it's like, excuse me, facts, right, Forever Studios, facts on facts. It's like you go and you talking to, remember that game they used to teach kids in school about gossip called telephone? I might be a little old, y'all might not do that no more. The popo is out here today. That's the third popo I done seen on the streets, y'all. What's going on? What is going on around here? Is there alert? Is there some kind of security alert for America? Because the popo is, that's the fifth. Good googly muggly. Oh, anyway, that was side note. There was a game called telephone, and we set the children in a circle. You tell one child something, and they would, excuse me, they would whisper it to the next child. And by the time it comes back around the circle, the whole message is totally different, right? That's the same with this scenario. This volunteer firefighter wasn't taking those pictures of these brothers at their most vulnerable at the end of their life, and sharing it just because he wanted to share it with the nation. Okay? No, he shared it to his comrades in his small ass sundown town. Facts on facts, right? In that small ass sundown town. And see, one of the people was like one of them kids in the circle. They done got the story all mixed up. He done forgot to stay in the circle. He done shared them pictures and they got out. They leaked out. You know how stuff leak out of Hollywood, stuff leak out of all kind of places when it's supposed to be in a tight-knit circle amongst folks. And you only share that kind of mess amongst folks who got the same kind of mindset as you, who want to see some mess like that. And I'm telling you, that was in a sundown town, and they gonna get, that's murder. That's the update, y'all. That's the update. They done got one volunteer firefighter arrested for taking pictures of these brothers, young men, in the mountains of who knows where in Georgia, and circulated these brothers' vulnerable moments of death on the internet. Not to the nation, not just to be global. No, it was a secret discord amongst the people who thought like him, showing their trophies. You know, a lot of times murderers return to the crime scene and they always like to take trophies. They always want to have something. We gonna stay on top of this. All right, guys, I just want to give y'all that quick update. I'm out. I hope you guys have a great day and much love.